Amritantu Vidya, transforming the youth to modern managers and building ideal business practices to beat ever-changing business environment. Welcome to Poorna Institute of Management, where knowledge is endurable.
ನನ್ನ ಗುರುಗಳು ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಪೂರ್ಣಪ್ರಜ್ಞರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಉಳ್ಳವರು ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಮಧ್ವರು, ಭೀಮಸೇನನೇ ಮಧ್ವರು, ಹನುಮಂತನೇ ಭೀಮಸೇನ. ಹೀಗೆ ಅವರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಈಡೇರಲಿ. ಓದಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಸಿಗಲಿ. ಆ ಉದ್ಯೋಗದಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹವೂ ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿ, ದೇವರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಾಗಲಿ, ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸತಕ್ಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಾತಾವರಣ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾರೈಸುತ್ತಾರೆ.
Poorna Institute of Management is one of the prestigious institute of this region, managed by professional management team. We are getting very good students. We have very good faculty, those who have high experience in the field of corporate sector as well as teaching, and we train our students to the greater extent. Our students are well placed in different esteemed companies, and recently our institute rewarded A+ NAC grade from the UGC, and our institute in fact well reputed throughout Karnataka, and even we have a very good name in India also.
The plethora of facilities at the institute are very helpful in shaping the personality. High-tech multimedia-enabled classrooms along with a state-of-art library helps to create a dynamic learning environment for the young managers. The world-class infrastructure at PIM makes the learning experience complete and enduring.
Value-based education at PIM differentiates the students with the rest of the world, where we are made to learn ethical business practices along with the professional knowledge.
The time I spent at PIM is an amazing journey, where the institute has shaped my overall persona. There is a knowledge along with excellent lab-to-land exposure for me to understand the holistic view of the society. As a student, we are exposed to different societies, especially the rural communities, which is a lifetime experience.
At PIM, students are taught additional skills which are very effective in helping us secure strong placement opportunities in the corporate. Leadership competencies are embedded in the system right from the day one to help the young managers face the turbulences and challenges in the business.
It's not only my academic knowledge that has flourished, but also made me a person with vivid likes and orientation towards sports and culture. At PIM, you can always kindle the fire that takes you to the next level, where you can always stand apart.
ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಗೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದವರ ಕಾಪಾಡೋ ಚೌಂಬೇಶ್ವರ. ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ 0 ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣುವುದು. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಚೌಂಬೇಶ್ವರ. ಒಬ್ಬ 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 ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ. ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಗೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದ
Amritantu Vidya, transforming the youth to modern managers and building ideal business practices to beat ever-changing business environment. Welcome to Poorna Institute of Management, where knowledge is endurable.
ನನ್ನ ನನ್ನ ಗುರುಗಳು ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಪೂರ್ಣಪ್ರಜ್ಞರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಉಳ್ಳವರು ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಮಧ್ವರು, ಭೀಮಸೇನನೇ ಮಧ್ವರು, ಹನುಮಂತನೇ ಭೀಮಸೇನ. ಹೀಗೆ ಅವರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಈಡೇರಲಿ, ಓದಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಸಿಗಲಿ, ಆ ಉದ್ಯೋಗದಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹವೂ ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿ, ದೇವನಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಾಗಲಿ, ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸತಕ್ಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹತ್ತು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಾತಾವರಣ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಆಶಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
Poorna Prajna Institute of Management is one of the prestigious institute of this region, managed by professional management team. We are getting very good students. We have very good faculty, those who have high experience in the field of corporate sector as well as teaching, and we train our students to the greater extent. Our students are well placed in different esteemed companies, and recently our institute rewarded A+ NAC grade from the UGC, and our institute in fact well reputed throughout Karnataka, and even we have a very good name in India also.
The plethora of facilities at the institute are very helpful in shaping the personality. High-tech multimedia-enabled classrooms along with a state-of-art library helps to create a dynamic learning environment for the young managers. The world-class infrastructure at PIM makes the learning experience complete and enduring.
Value-based education at PIM differentiates the students with the rest of the world, where we are made to learn ethical business practices along with the professional knowledge.
The time I spent at PIM is an amazing journey, where the institute has shaped my overall persona. There is a knowledge along with excellent lab-to-land exposure for me to understand the holistic view of the society. As a student, we are exposed to different societies, especially the rural communities, which is a lifetime experience.
At PIM, students are taught additional skills which are very effective in helping us secure strong placement opportunities in the corporate. Leadership competencies are embedded in the system right from the day one to help the young managers face the turbulences and challenges in the business.
It's not only my academic knowledge that has flourished, but also made me a person with vivid likes and orientation towards sports and culture. At PIM, you can always kindle the fire that takes you to the next level, where you can always stand apart.
Amritantu Vidya, transforming the youth to modern managers.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen.
And building ideal business practices to beat
Udyoga PAKSHIKA-2024, organized by Poorna, the training and placement cell of Poorna Prajna Institute of Management. I, Ashwini,
I, Navya, will be your host for today's event.
Poorna Udyoga PAKSHIKA-2024 is an event that holds a special place in our academic calendar and in the hearts of every student here.
As we all know, stepping into the professional world can sometimes feel overwhelming. The transition from student life to professional life is filled with excitement, but also comes with its fair share of questions and uncertainties.
What kind of career opportunities awaits us? What do companies look in young professionals? How do we prepare ourselves to face ever-evolving demands of the corporate world?
Well, today we have the privilege of learning from the best in the business, as we host some of the most accomplished professionals from the reputed organizations.
They are here to share their wisdom, introduce us to the career opportunities in their companies, and guide us on how we can prepare ourselves to stand out in the competitive job market.
The objectives of the Poorna Udyoga PAKSHIKA is to bridge the gap between academia and the corporate world, giving students a unique platform to interact with the industry experts and gain first-hand insights into the expectations of potential employers.
We hope that today's event will not only inspire us but also equip us with practical knowledge that will help us in our journey from being students to being professionals. So, get ready for an insightful, enriching and inspiring program ahead. And now, without further ado, let's move forward with the day's proceedings.
We have with us today Dr. M.S. Mahabaleshwar Bhatt, Director, Tourism Finance Corporation of India Limited, New Delhi, and former MD and CEO of Karnataka Bank.
Mr. Praveen Kumar Kalbhavi, CEO, Novigo Solutions, Mangalore.
Professor Hari Krishna Bhatt, Professor and Director, International Collaborations at Nitte University.
Ms. Lakshmi Shetty, Manager, Talent Acquisition, Robosoft Technologies, Udupi.
Mr. Babu V. Bhatt, Investment Awareness Trainer, SEBI Empaneled.
Mr. Nitesh Nayak, Zonal Relationship Manager, BOB Cards Limited, Mangalore.
Mr. Vijayan K.R., Territory Manager, Nivabupa Health Insurance.
CAT Prashant Tholla, Practicing Chartered Accountant and Honorable Treasurer of PIM.
I request our Placement Coordinator, Professor Shivanand M. Bandarkar, to escort the dignitaries and our Director onto the dais. Thank you, sir. To start this event on an auspicious note, let us invoke God's grace. I invite Srinidhi and team to lead us with the invocation. Let us all join together in the prayer.
ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ಪಾವನ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ಪಾವನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಹನ ಪತಿತೋದ್ಧರಣ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಹನ ಪತಿತೋದ್ಧರಣ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡೆನ್ನ ಅನುದಿನ ಪಾವನ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡೆನ್ನ ಅನುದಿನ ಪಾವನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ ಸ್ವರ ಶ್ರುತಿರಂಜನ ರೂಪಿಯ ಮಹಿಮಾ ಸ್ವರ ಶ್ರುತಿರಂಜನ ರೂಪಿಯ ಮಹಿಮಾ ವಿಘ್ನ ನಿವಾರಕ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ವಿಘ್ನ ನಿವಾರಕ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ಹೇ ಗಜವದನ ನಿನಗಭಿನಮನ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्यां द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Thank you, Srinidhi and team, for the beautiful invocation. To officially welcome everyone to this grand event, I now invite Dr. Naveen Kumar KR to deliver the welcome address.
Offering pranamas to Lord Sri Krishna and Mukhya Prana, and seeking the blessings of Founder President of Udupi Sri Adamaru Mata Education Council, His Holiness Sri Sri Vibhudesha Tirtha Swamiji, former President, His Holiness Sri Sri Vishwapriya Tirtha Swamiji, and the present President, His Holiness Sri Sri Ishapriya Tirtha Swamiji. I, Dr. Naveen Kumar KR, Faculty, Poorna Prajna Institute of Management, deem it my pleasure to welcome all the dignitaries of today's function. First and foremost, Dr. M.S. Mahabaleshwar Bhatt, Director, Tourism and Finance Corporation of India Limited, New Delhi, and former MD and CEO of Karnataka Bank, has consented to be the chief guest for today's program, and right now he is with us. Sir, on behalf of all of us, I welcome you to this function. We have an elite panel of guests of honor for today's function. They include Mr. Praveen Kumar Kalbavi, CEO, Novigo Solutions, Mangalore; Professor Hari Krishna Bhatt, Professor and Director, International Collaborations at Nitte University and at Nitte Education Trust; Ms. Lakshmi Shetty, Manager, Talent Acquisition, Robosoft Technologies, Udupi; Mr. Babu V. Bhatt, Investor Awareness Program Trainer, SEBI Empaneled; Mr. Nitesh Nayak, Zonal Relationship Manager, Bank of Baroda Cards Limited, Mangalore; and Mr. Vijayan KR, Territory Manager, Niva Bhupa Health Insurance. On behalf of Poornakash, the Training and Placement Cell of Poorna Prajna Institute of Management, I welcome you all, sirs and madam, to this function. CA T. Prashant Holla, Practicing Chartered Accountant and Honorable Treasurer of Governing Council, Poorna Prajna Institute of Management, has been a constant source of support for all the programs at PIM. I take this opportunity to welcome you, sir, on behalf of all of us. I also welcome the Director of the Institute, Dr. P.S. Aital, who has been instrumental for organizing this program. I welcome Professor Emeritus, Dr. Krishna Kothai, sir, and Dr. Vinay Prabhu, sir, to this program. I welcome the principals and faculty members of our sister concerns in this campus. I welcome the staff coordinators of Poornakash, the Training and Placement Cell, Professor Shivanandam Bhandarkar and Professor Venkatesh Shetty, and also the student coordinators of Poornakash. Finally, I welcome all the faculty members, non-teaching staff, and students of both MBA as well as MCA to this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm words of welcome. Now it's time to extend our heartfelt greetings to our distinguished guests. I request student coordinators of Poornakash to florally welcome all the dignitaries on the dais. Thank you. To provide us with an overview of today's event and its significance, I now invite Professor Shivanand M. Bandarkar to introduce us to the Poorna Udyoga Pakshika 2024.
Thank you, Navya. Poorna Udyoga Pakshika 2024. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, colleagues and my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce to you all the concept of Poorna Udyoga Pakshika 2024 series. This event is designed to provide a platform to students with opportunities to seek support for placement training, internship, apprenticeships, and employment, which are otherwise insurmountable. PAM has always been student-centric, not only at academics, but also to develop overall personality of students. The placement cell of PAM, Poorna Akash, has been instrumental over the years in organizing placement training programs, corporate interactions, industrial visits, and assisting students in gaining internships and employment. Poorna Udyoga Pakshika is a step forward wherein a series of activities are planned to be organized on both online and offline formats within a stipulated time period. These activities range from corporate interactions, placement support, and also helping students to prepare for competitive examinations. In this light, we have with us today experts from different industries who will provide insights to students regarding the possibilities of internships, employment, or any other support that they can offer to make students employable. With this introduction, Poorna Udyoga Pakshika, I urge students of both first and second year MBA and MCA to establish a connect with the personalities from the corporate world through interactions which will place them on the forefront amongst other job seekers. I thank all the dignitaries who have joined us today and those who will be joining us in the days to come to give insights about the organization that they represent and possibilities you may have with them. So students, please listen, learn, and gain. Thank you all. Have a great day. We now have Mr. Nitesh Nayak with us. Sir, please join us on stage. I request the student to florally welcome Mr. Nitesh Nayak.
Thank you, sir, for outlining the vision behind this initiative. We are all excited to learn more from our guests today. To symbolize the auspicious beginning of the day, we shall now proceed with the lighting of the lamp. I request all the distinguished guests to kindly step forward for the lamp lighting ceremony. Thank you. The lighting of the lamp represents the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. We hope that today's event will illuminate the path for all of us. We have now come to one of the most anticipated segments of the event, where we have the privilege of hearing from our esteemed guests of honor, who will share insights about the industry, career opportunities, and how students can prepare themselves for the future. We shall begin with our first guest speaker, Mr. Praveen Kumar Kalbhavi, CEO, Novigo Solutions, Mangalore. Sir, we invite you to address the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, faculty members and students. It's been really honored to be here in this institute. And when Mr. Raital called me, I didn't have a choice to reject for multiple personal reasons. I think I should make a mention about it. One, my father-in-law, late father-in-law, Mr. H.S. Kedlaya, has been the secretary for this institute for a long time. And he's been associated with PPC as well as the Admar Mutt. And the second thing, my wife Padmaja studied here both PUC and BSc. And the second part is, the BSc Computer Science. That was the first batch that started in this institute in 1994. So that's the second connect that I have. And the third connect, very importantly, I got married right here in this institute auditorium, PPC auditorium, in 1998. So actually this week was a little tight because of some partnership with some of the other companies. But when Naital called and said, this is the program and it's happening in PPC Institute, I just didn't have a choice to reject. So anyway, I'm really grateful to be here. Now talking about this event, when I spoke to him, I heard that the focus is to look at how to get more industry connects, how to get more internships, and obviously how to get jobs for the students here. And as I understand, both MBA and MCA are here in this institute. Now, talking about, of course, I represent the IT industry, but before that, let's understand the India as a country, right? And as you all know, India is a very, very young country. The median age is around 29 now. That means there are a lot more people, a lot more young people who can work and really take this country forward. Last 3-4 decades have been really good for the services industry. Now we have, including IT, we have created enough mark in the global era about what India can deliver on the services front. And in the recent past, there is a lot more focus on the manufacturing side too, with the Make in India initiative. And also on the other side, some of the countries are in the process of banning China, which is a very strong player in the manufacturing side. And that's a very, very positive thing for us, because rather than just services, we also need to look at the manufacturing. And some of the projections, just for your information, just to talk about services industry, IT alone has around 55 lakh employees in this country. And to my knowledge, around 15 to 20 lakh BTech graduates and MCA and MSc computer graduates come out. But IT industry today hires around 1.5 to 2.5 lakh engineers. So that means there is a lot more scope for other students from this computer background to get on to other areas, which is manufacturing. When I say manufacturing, don't think that it is outside IT, because we were talking in the morning. See, it's all now, everything the technology has to be there, right? Whatever be the industry. Suppose you are a mechanical engineer, the technology plays a role. So that means, whatever be the background, either a domain or management or anything, you have to be a tech savvy, right? So you have to learn. For example, I know a lot of the students here are MBA students. So you have to be up to date on the technology. Now, all of you know about what? What is the new technology? Gen AI. Now, how many of you are using it? Just raise your hand. Oh, that's good. But I hope you're not using it for other things, but I'm assuming that you're using it for the right purpose. It is not just to get answers for your questions from the question paper, but use it to learn, use it to really pick up. That's what is going to help. Now coming back to this manufacturing itself, right? Manufacturing as an industry, right? There's a projection to say that it's going to generate a lot of job opportunities in the next decade, and there is a projection that it's going to create 1 crore jobs by 2030 in India itself. So that means there is a lot more scope. So people, especially from the MBA background, you should look at how you can be attached, because you come with the management experience. Management could be either finance or management itself or marketing or sales. So that means, you should have a good connect of people within your network. Now, when you talk about your graduation, right, when you do MBA, I don't know how many of you have thought of what job that you want to get into. I typically go to engineering colleges and then talk about, you should be clear when you do your degree. In fact, I would say at the end of the PUC, let me be very honest, I was not thinking at that time because I didn't have that visibility. At least now there are people to guide you on that. At the end of the PUC or a degree, even now, if it's not too late, right, you look at what you want to do, right? Whether you want to join a job, or you want to start your own firm, or you want to join your family business. Especially coming from this coastal belt, there are a lot of family businesses, right? And don't ignore that. Don't think that they are into agriculture, they are into cashews. You'll see how to leverage technology there and then try to grow them, right? That is really good, because I know especially cashew and few of the industries, they do a lot more export from this coastal belt to the global region. So that means there is a lot more scope. Don't think that it's you to be a salesperson or a marketing person only for Accenture, that kind of a big companies. And the fourth one, obviously, higher studies, right? Higher studies and PhD, either in India or abroad. So you should be clear on which category that you want to get into when you really want to set your career, and then get trained or prepared accordingly. For example, when you talk about job, most of the companies, suppose you are looking at a sales job, undergo sales training, take up some use cases. In fact, morning sir was talking about, which is a great thing, the assignment to you guys where you're going to study a company, right? Again, don't use ChatGPT. You really go through the company balance sheet, company website, company, reports, and understand the company as to what the company is all about, what they're doing, and what is their strategy for growth, either domestic or global, and then see how to scale it up, right? You should be having a viewpoint in your own capacity, how to do that. The second one on the startup. Again, it's a golden era for India, right, in terms of startups. Last 10 years has been really, really good for India. There are a lot of startups. In fact, as we speak, there are more than 90,000 startups, 112 plus unicorns. And I say unicorn is 1 billion plus. And there are the whole ecosystem for startup is too good in India. What I mean to say is all you need to do is idea and passion to drive it. Rest all are taken care. For example, you need funding, there are people to assist you. There is government support. There are incubation centers. There are assistance in terms of technical mentoring, as well as the domain mentoring. All of them are available. Of course, you have to reach out. There are people available in the system, available in the ecosystem. But you need to have an idea, a simple idea, but you don't need to learn the management part, from that perspective. Just have an idea and then passion to drive. You won't get the salary on day one, right? You may be giving salary to other people in the startup, but you can succeed and you can become a multi-billionaire within no time if the idea is really good. So that is a second track. Then obviously third track I mentioned, family business side, where you look at how to bring in technology and your experience. And coming from the sales and marketing background, you see how to scale up. For example, your family business may be looking at only, say, coastal belt, right? Now you see how to expand it to Karnataka. I always believe in this, think local and go global. You should always think of global. The market, there is no limitation. Now, given that internet and the internet era, there is no limitation of your customer. Your customer can be anywhere in the world. All you need to, you can work from, Udupi or Bainduru or Putturu, anywhere, but your client can be anywhere in the world. Don't restrict yourself that, how can I sell in New Zealand or Australia? No. So you figure out how to bring in that kind of a marketing. So having, of course, the last one is you all know GMAT or whatever you need to write if you want to do higher studies and get more knowledge on that. Now, having said that, the next step, obviously, what you should be prepared for, right? You should be adaptable and keeping your eyes and ears open, right? Trying to learn. It's a continuous learning process. Please don't think that you pass the exam with the distinction and your career is set. No way. In fact, that is just a beginning point. And in fact, that is not even a beginning, I would say, because people who got distinctions, even engineering or wherever, wouldn't have got a job, right? Unless they have participated in a lot more hackathons and the case studies and use cases. You need to work with the companies, figure out what is the business problem that they are trying to solve. Please understand from the company standpoint. Each company, right, when they want to do something, right, it's simple, right? They are trying to get more revenue, more profits, and create more jobs. Now, on that front, whatever they want to do, you think from that perspective. And then you see, if at all you want to be an employee there, what preparation that you need to do. Again, you see, during our time, to get into IT industry, it was only Sudha Murthy's one book, and one more book was there, one J. George or somebody. Only those two books on the aptitude side. But today, you have umpteen opportunities to learn in the internet, right? So keep learning, because nobody would look at a specific sales skill. When you say you are sales and management, people, they will not look at what is the model that you're going to do. Ultimately, how the result is going to be. So they would look at the very specific things that is from you. And the second aspect is the networking. As I said, the networking with people in the industry is what you need to focus on, not in your student community. How many of you are already a LinkedIn member here? Okay, good. Maybe moment if I had said Insta or Facebook, everybody would have raised hand confidently, right? So LinkedIn is a very, very powerful tool to keep the business professional relationship with people across the globe, right? That's where you get internship information. That's where you get job opportunities. That's where you get info about hackathon. That's where you get information about what company direction is, what company is doing, all of them across the globe. And then you build the network with employees of that company, analysts of that company, people of that company, try to get the visibility. That's how you can really establish. So the networking is a very, very key thing. And the third aspect, I would suggest that, innovation. Because again, the way to look at it is, there is going to be a huge number of people out in the market, because as I said, the average age is 29, so there are a lot of students who are available for the industry, but there has to be jobs, right? So to do that, people who are smart, innovative will be hired first. Not that you'll not get a job. So that has to be taken care. That means, you have to be innovative, whichever area that you want to get into, right? So this is the time where you identify which area that you want to get into, prepare for it, be innovative in that area, either a startup or a family business or anyway getting into the job, but be very, very innovative. And then be flexible, because don't restrict yourself that, you be in one place, you don't want to travel, you don't want to face the interview, or you don't want to learn English, I don't want to learn that. Nothing. You should be very, very adaptable, very, very learning continuously, then you will definitely succeed. I think with that short message, I want to thank Mr. Aital and the team here for giving me this opportunity. I wish you all the best and all the best for the program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. Now I invite Professor Harikrishna Bhatt, Professor and Director, International Collaborations at Nitte University, to share his thoughts with us.
Respected members on the dais and my dear students, thank you very much for giving the second opportunity today. I was here about a year back addressing the MBA, MCA students about Japan. If you want me to continue, I talk about Japan, not about India. Well, I am born in India. I am from Udupi actually, from Alivur. I spent 25 years here, did my graduation in Surathkal, NITK, then went to Japan for my higher studies. And all my life, 44 years in Japan now. I'm just 69 years young. I never say old. If God permits me to stay here in this earth for 100 years, I have 31 years to go. So I still feel I am lucky that I have 30 more years to live in this world. Now to talk about Japan or India, of course. 3 days back, there was a news that India surpassed Japan in terms of GDP. I was happy for that. I was living in Japan for 44 years. I am still an Indian. I am a proud Indian, having Indian nationality, never surrendered my Indian passport. But at the same time, I was a little sad because we lost to Japan. That's my karma bhumi. But anyway, when you say the per capita GDP, Japan is $39,000, whereas India is still $3,000, $2,980. So we have at least 30 years to go to really surpass Japan. So Japan, as all of you know that it's technologically number one, especially in late 78s and late 70s, 80s, 90s. There were hundreds of innovations, new discoveries in electronics, automotive, mobile, communication technology. And lately, for the last 5 years, Japan is taking some of the production back from China. And they started calling India as China +1. And about 10 days back, I read an article by our External Affairs Minister Jaishankar. We in India, we don't want to be called as China +1. We have our own dignity. We have our own level. We don't want to be called as China +1. We have India. We are India. And this External Affairs Minister Jaishankar is married to a Japanese, like me. And he has a special affection to Japan, like me. Even now, I live 50% of my life in Japan. In fact, in two weeks, I will be traveling to Japan to continue my Nitte job in Japan. Why Japan has become world's #1 country for the few decades? After 1945, Japan surrendered during the World War II. And within 19 years, 1964, October 1, 2 days back actually, Japan ran its first bullet train, and it's now 60 years, 2 days. You can imagine in 60 years, the average delay of these bullet trains over the last 60 years is just 18 seconds. So this is how Japan can become #1 in the world. Japan is known for punctuality, known for determination, dedication, dignity. Actually, determination, dedication, and dignity, these 3 Ds were defined by our External Affairs Minister in 2020. During COVID, he told people should have these 3 Ds. And I added the 4th D, that is discipline. Unless we have a discipline, we cannot go with the first 3 Ds. For the last 5 years, I have been working with Nitte University, especially with the NMA MIT. I am connecting the Japanese companies to Nitte University as of now. For the last 4 years, I have placed 130 fresh engineering graduates to more than 20 Japanese companies directly, not through anybody, not through HR agencies, through my connects. As I mentioned, out of 44 years, 41 years I worked in Japan for the Japanese companies as well as Indian companies in Japan. So Japan always works with connection between two. So if one company hires our graduates, the other company will come to know that that company hires and they will come to me. This is how I could expand. And I think my target or my vision is to have another 20 to 30 companies in the coming 1 year. And our relationship actually, as mentioned earlier, average age, as far as I know, it is 28.2 years, whereas Japan is 49.2 years. Japan is an aging society. 1 in 3 are above 65 years age. The population is 125 million. And Japan needs young people. Thanks to our beloved Prime Minister Modi, in 2018 when he visited Japan. I was in the meeting. Japan had an agreement with India. Japanese Prime Minister was Mr. Abe. There was a historic Modi-Abe agreement that India will send 5 lakh engineers to Japan. And today they say it should be 10 lakhs. And after Abe, it was Kishida, and from October 1st, we have Ishiba. All these prime ministers like India, they love India, they support India. And my another mission is to bring Japanese companies to India. And lately I started succeeding. The first company was established on September 1st in Mangalore. There's a Japanese hardware and software company where I worked from 1984 to 1986, 3 years. And in Mangalore and Bangalore, they have development centers. I think the second company will come to Udupi in December, again R&D company. And I am promoting Japanese companies to come to this area. This area means not just India, to Mangalore or Udupi. I always sell Mangalore and Udupi. People talk a lot about Bangalore, Delhi, then Nimrana, this, that, and all. I say, no, I cannot support you in Bangalore. I can support you only in Mangalore and Udupi. Today, I am one of the very few Indians, I should say less than 10, in Japan, who have lived for 44 years, experienced in all fields, sales, marketing, technology, education. And I am confident that, as I mentioned, if God allows me to live in this world for another, 30 years is maybe a joke, but another few years, I should make Udupi, especially Udupi, that's my Janmabhoomi, as a technology center for some of the Japanese companies. And all of you, or I think most of you or many of you will have the opportunity to work in Japan and to work for Japanese companies in India. So I will talk to your director after this session, how we can achieve that. And my wife is teaching Japanese in Nikkei University, and we have now many opportunities coming to teach Japanese. Well, Japanese language is a must to work in Japan, not in the company, but to live in Japan. Many people who are teaching Japanese in India are misguiding that you should be level 1, level 2, level 3 to work in Japan. No, I don't accept that. You can work in Japan without language, but for a decent living, you should know a Japanese. And it's easy. It's an easy language. Don't think it's a difficult language. We can work out that when the opportunity comes. Thank you very much for this opportunity given, and thanks to Dr. Venugopal, who has connected me to this event. In fact, I have special affection to this institute. Not that I have not studied. I studied in MGM. I did my PUC in MGM College. Then I went to Surathkal. But 2 of my brothers, 2 sisters have done their BA, BCom, BBM in this institute. And my favorite principal, ex-principal here, Sadashiva Rao. We are still in touch. We are still talking. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your experience and knowledge. We are honored to welcome Ms. Lakshmi Shetty, Manager, Talent Acquisition, Robosoft Technologies, Udupi, to share her thoughts with us. Ma'am, I kindly request you to take the stage.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. If I see the panelists here, if I was in your place as a student, I would have been really grateful to listen to all these panelists. I hope you are too. Yes? Okay. So, my association with PPC has been long. This is not the first time I'm coming here. I think some of the MBA, were you guys present in my session last time? Yeah, so most of the MBA students might have, heard me speaking. For MCA, it's the first time. So I'm considering the audience here as MCA, MBA students, and I'll be addressing, since I am associated with IT companies, so I'll be mostly focusing on the IT industry. Today I was told by Shivanand was the one who had approached me, and he told that, just guide students on what is the industry expectations from the freshers. I am dealing with freshers because I am the one who recruits freshers majorly for Robosoft technology. So I deal with a lot of, kids, freshers, hiring, and I know the mentality, and I know what kind of expectations we have when we are hiring freshers. So based on my experience, I'll be sharing few points. Right. So let me call that as my 5 mantras as what you should know or what you should have when it comes to surviving in a corporate industry or even entering any company. Right. So the first, I think all of them will touch point on that topic. That is communication skills. Okay. You all are postgraduates. Communication is not an option. It's a mandate that you should be a good communicator. I'm not talking only about the language skills, okay? Communication is not only about the language skills. It's about, how you make others understand what you want to say. May it be in the interviews. I have seen a lot of people, freshers who are very good technically, who are very good, who have good domain knowledge, who have good, I won't say domain as such, but they are good coders. They are good technical people. They have good, fundamental base. But when they come to, they might be the top scorers in the technical test. They might be the top scorers in the aptitude test. But when they come to interview, they fail to communicate and tell what they want to say. There itself is your pitfall. Okay, there itself your first step is gone, because you might be good, but you don't know how to make others understand that you're good at it. And that's very, very necessary. You all will be I would say that, even if you say that I'm going to be a coder, I'm going to be a techie, but there's no option now. You'll have to face, I think Mr. Praveen will agree with me, everyone has to face a client at certain point of time. When you're a front facer from the company's end to the client, at that time communication plays a very important role. As he said, your client will not be restricted only to India, only to Karnataka. Yeah, if I speak in Kannada with the person, he will understand. Or no, the client may be from US, maybe from Japan, maybe from some European country. You'll have to. So the common language that we speak is English, of course. So the English part of it, plus how to make them understand what you want to say, is very, very important. Communication is the mandate. So see to it that if you are not good in communication, please work on it. Since you are in first year, second year, still have another year's time at least to build up on your communication skills. Participate in, different events. Well, now, one of the opportunity that you had, you could have been an MC. Just by volunteering being an MC, you would have practiced good communication skills. Or, go and give presentations wherever it's possible. Okay, so these are small steps, action items that you can take to improve your communication skills, and which is very much necessary. It will also add your point. If you're participating in such events, it will be an addition to your resume as well, right? So that's a plus point for you. When you say you're good at communication, I always say my plus point is communication and presentation skill. You put me in any stage, I'll be able to deliver whatever is required. So that's my plus point. And how do I prove that that is there? Because if I say that, okay, I have participated, I have trained, I have done all this thing, these are all my proof. So if you say you're good at presentation and communication, you should have some proof as in where you have participated and all. So work on that. As a student, you should work on those skills. Presentation, within communication and all, I will also say about the presentation part of it, okay? Presentation is also very important. See, make yourself visible. This is very much necessary now in this corporate world. It is, you would say that it's a very cliche and superficial thing that I'm telling, make yourself visible. But that is necessary. You should, because people need to understand. So you may be a good worker. You may be a good employee, but how will others know that you are a good employee unless you show yourself? Right? So, of course, there will be certain leaders who will notice the people who are working sincerely but may not come upstage or may not be the front facers. They will be, but that's very rare. Okay? So make yourself visible. So that visibility can come in if you are good at presentation also. Okay? So this is the first part I would really tell you to work on, and it will be helpful for you not only in the interviews, but it will also be helpful for you when you enter into the corporate world. Communication skills, not an option, it's a mandate. Everyone has to work on this. First mantra, done? Yeah. What is the advantage of the freshers? Why do companies prefer freshers? Can you tell me? What's the advantage? Can anyone tell what's the advantage? Why does the company, prefer freshers, or why do they even recruit freshers? Definitely, you're an investment, okay? For many companies, first 2 years, freshers will be an investment, okay? So money is not the factor. But there's one distinct point, which is an advantage of a fresher. That's the reason why companies prefer fresher. Can anyone tell what might be that advantage? Any answers? Any answers? What might be the advantage? Youngsters, yes, enthusiastic, I agree. All are enthusiastic, but there's one distinct answer that I am looking out for. Innovation, agreed. So you're very creative and innovative, agreed. But creative and innovation can also enhance with experience. But what about freshers? Freshers are quite adaptable. Okay, you put them into any field, you tell them to learn anything, they will start. The same is the disadvantage for any experienced person. Okay, if I have a person who is a Java expert or a Java specialist from last 6 years is working on Java, and if I tell him to work on any of the front end, if I tell him reskill yourself into a front end technology, he will directly say no, I cannot. Whereas if the same fresher, if I tell, okay, you are already, you already know Java, please go ahead and, I have a project requirement where I want a front-end developer. You learn this front-end development within 2 months and, get into this project. They will not say no. They will be eager to learn. They will be adaptable. Okay? So, where we can mold these freshers into various roles. I can give you one example. But that, I would say that adaptability, being adaptable, being able to, take up the opportunities that is there for the company as well as for yourself, of course, that you should not let go. Okay? In initial period, please say yes rather than no. Okay? If you start saying no in your initial years, that will be adversely affected the whole fresher community. Then what's the advantage of having a fresher? In fact, I can earn more money as a company. I can earn more money from the lateral hires or the experienced person. Why am I preferring more the freshers? Because I know if I tell them to reskill themselves, they are fast in reskilling, one, and they are more adaptable in reskilling themselves. So I can utilize them in many other fields, wherever my requirement is. But if that is not there, then of course, it is, because in recent years, I have seen people saying no to many things. So they are very rigid. I want to be a developer, I'll remain as a developer. I don't want to move into any other field. But I won't, this is not the forum where I have to say what's the details in it, but that's one aspect you should not let go. I can give you one example. You all know that Xavier's Institute of Management is one of the top, MBA management college, right? So there was, 2 years back, there was one student, we hire campus through that college. There was one student who had joined as a business analyst to our company. And he was really doing good in business analyst profile, BA profile. He was doing good. Then suddenly we had done a revamping of project management PMO office. So we wanted a sharp kid who can, work on project management office or PMO office. So we asked him whether you will be shifting from BA to PMO. Initially, he was very reluctant. He said, no, I'm getting hold of BA. Why should, I go and get transferred into another department altogether? I have to start from zero in that department and all that. But we tried to convince him and we said, give it 2 months of time. We are very sure that you are meant for it and you will do good in it. So within 2 months, he started liking that. And he did really good. The analytics that he presents in, PMO, that was so impressive that later on he was promoted to CEO office. And there now, whatever analytics that he presents, based on that analytics, strategic decisions are taken. So how that important are his management reports, okay? So you never know. Yesterday was the company's requirement that he had to be shifted from BA to PMO's role. Today, it is his interest that he is now putting into and he is, getting promoted or, doing good in that role. So there may be, you never know, you may start liking the change that you have got as an opportunity. So give it a try. Don't say no at the first instant to whatever, opportunities come to your field. So adaptability is the second thing. Don't give up on that advantage that you have as a fresher. That's the second mantra that I have. Third is, as I think Mr. Praveen also mentioned, never stop learning. In any field, may it be IT or any field, it is ever evolving field. There'll be something new coming up every time. And that new needs to be learned. May it be a tool knowledge, okay? May it be a fundamental theoretical knowledge also, right? So upskilling and reskilling has to be done. That is a mantra in any industry now, okay? Upskilling and reskilling is something that we need to keep doing it, and that you need not give up, and okay? And keep your learning. Today, even me, I'm 40 years old, still I don't stop learning. So you tell me to do a course. In fact, if you see, I've done so many courses because I like to learn and read. That's where your knowledge level will also increase, and that also gives the confidence. Now today I have to speak to someone, I can speak because I have read so many things. I have experienced so many things. So that advantage comes in if you are learning new things. So learning should never stop. I know you will be busy tomorrow. You will be definitely, once you go into companies, you will be busy, and that will be one of the excuses that you can give, saying that I'm very busy, I don't have time to do any learning part of it. But that should not be an excuse. Take out some time and go ahead and start upskilling yourself. That will be later on required for you a lot. Learning should also be one of the aspects that you need to take into consideration, right? So that's the third mantra that I have. Okay. I wanted to keep it, pretty short as such, but that there is one more aspect that I want to touch hold of. Professionalism. Okay. I'll give you an incident as one of the incidences, because I am into recruitment, so that's the reason why I'll give you some candidate experiences. Okay. Professionalism, I can, part it on to commitment and time management. Okay. So obviously when I say time management, you should see to it that, you are adhering to the timelines that are given to you. May it be an interview time. If you have committed on certain interview time that, okay, I'll be available for this interview, see to it that you're available during that period of time. See to it that you're logged in 5 minutes before. So any event that you go and see to it that, you have gone at least 10 to 15 minutes before for, anything. So time management is very important. That's something, if you ask Mr. Hari Krishna Bhatt, Japanese, the most advantage or what is a plus point for Japanese people is that they're very prompt in terms of time. Okay, you will see even we deal with a lot of Japan. Our parent company is a Japanese company, so you will see that if they are coming to any meeting, they will log in 5 minutes before. Okay, to any meeting they will log in 5 minutes before, and they will have a presentation. They will never come unprepared for any meeting. we will go like this only. Okay, whatever the agenda is, as and when the meeting goes in, we'll have a discussion. But Japanese people will never go unprepared. So that is something that we need to adapt in terms of professionalism. Okay, time management is one aspect. Other thing is commitment. Okay, I had an experience. I mean, this is not the only experience that I have, but I have a recent experience that I would like to share, which happened with some candidates. Okay, so I was hiring for a fresher apprentice requirement that I had for Bangalore location. So I was the one who used to speak as an HR with the candidates, fresher candidates. I spoke with the fresher candidates and I gave them the whole job responsibility, what's the role that we'll be having, what is the salary that we will be offering, it's work from office, from Whitefield location. Everything was told in the first call only. If you have any doubts, clarify the doubts and all. Everything was told, and based on their consent, the candidate was said, okay, you want to go ahead with this? The candidate said, yes, I want to go ahead with this. And they went on and appeared for the first technical round. First technical round, they passed. Then the second round is with the practice heads or the delivery heads that we have. That was the second round. Okay, now as a candidate, you should make, there and there itself, you should take into account that decide whether you want to go ahead or you don't want to go ahead. But if you're going ahead till the final round, where people like, Mr. Praveen or some, technical head or delivery heads or practice heads or some chief person is going to attend it. You have attended, they are very busy people, okay, you have attended, and then after when we are okay with you, and then when we start offering you, then you say no. That is a waste of time for you as well as for us. So if you want to, that is just a small thing. I'm just giving you a small example that how commitment and professionalism also affects when it comes to a student's life. Okay, or when you enter into corporate, these small things will only later on become a big, things, right? So if you want to take, you should be very decisive whether I want to go ahead or I don't want to go ahead. Not that, you should take a decision at the nth moment when everything has happened and you say no afterwards. Okay, it's a choice. As a recruiter, I agree. Okay, fine, it's your choice. But then you have wasted a lot of people's time. So when you are entering into any job profiles, maybe as a fresher or as an experienced, see to it that you know what's your goal, you know what you want. Only then go ahead. Otherwise, please don't go ahead. If you're not going to go, then don't waste anyone's time. Everyone's time is precious. Okay? So that is, professionalism is one aspect that you should really take into consideration. Last one I have added just recently, the fifth mantra that I added recently after I had an experience. I got a call, last week I think I got a call from a parent. Okay? The parent was an MBA student, just like you, first year, second semester MBA student's parent. He had given me a call. Do you know how he got my number? What he did was, he came to our office. Obviously, we don't allow any outsider to come inside our premises. He spoke with the security guard. He took the number from the security guard and he called me. Okay? And he asked, Madam, Tumba, Nanna Magalige, Tumba Kashtak Tonto, college ಅವಳಿಗೆ 2 ತಿಂಗಳದ ಅಪ್ರೆಂಟಿಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದು ಅವಳು ದಿನಾ ಅಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾಳೆ. ನಂಗೇನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯಂಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಜ್ಯುಯೇಟ್ಸ್. ಹೌ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಯು? How old are you? 22 years old? 22, 23, 21 years old? Okay? Aren't you adult enough to make your own efforts rather than, telling your parents to make an effort on? Can't you solve your own problems? If you have a problem in life, you should know. Or if you want to something, you should know how to get those things on your own rather than, of course, there are certain, sometimes nowadays, parents are also hyperactive. The moment the kid cries, they will be the one who will come forward and, they will only, the kid might not also know that the parent is approaching. But that parent had gone to many companies and banks and got the call, made the call to the concerned person and is requesting. Why? Because the kid is very stressed out. Okay? If you guys get stressed out with the college things like approaching for apprenticeship or internship or getting an internship opportunity, then God only help you when you come into company, how will you survive? It is going to be stressful. Okay, if you enter into, it's going to be an unknown zone for you. Any unknown zone you enter, it is going to be stressful. You need to understand that, but you should also have the coping mechanism as how to cope. Okay, you go cry to your parents and all, you vent out your frustration, everything is fine. No problem. But your problem, you should know how to solve. There are so many networking channels from where you can approach and you can get opportunities. College is putting pressure on you because they also know that you should know how to get the things done. That's the way of them telling you, teaching you how to get the things done. Okay. But at the end of the day, you should know how to approach and how to solve your own problems. Please, now you are matured enough to solve your own problems. Start taking ownership of your life and do your best. Believe in yourself, you will surely get what you want. Saying this, I would like to end my speech. I hope you all have got some information from my end. Thank you everyone, and thank you people on the dais and off the dais for giving me opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing such informative insights about the industry. We are sure the students will find this knowledge immensely helpful. I now have the honor of inviting Mr. Babu V. Bhatt, Investment Awareness Trainer, SEBI Panel, to deliver his address. Over to you, sir.
ವೇದಿಕೆಯ ಮೇಲಿರುವ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಬಂಧುಗಳಿಗೆ ಶುಭ ಹಾರೈಕೆಗಳು. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ advisor. Now you are all going into jobs. So my job is to advise you how to save your salary, how to make investments. I am not an investment advisor. I am an investment awareness program trainer. So I will be speaking only about the basics of investments. Now, how to invest in mutual funds, how to open demat accounts, how to identify the shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, and there are many government investment avenues for investments. But say no to Ponzi schemes, say no to WhatsApp investment advisors. There are many, I can speak hours together on this investment opportunities. So for me, at the end, money means everything. We work hard, stress, pressure, everything. Ultimately, we want to earn money. So when we earn money, we save it we put it into the banks, and then we spend the money. But here I want to add one thing. When you are working so hard, why don't you make your money to work hard? Now I keep money in SB account, I keep money in fixed deposits. I am not aware about mutual funds. Somebody says mutual funds are good, mutual funds are beneficial. And somebody says shares are good. There are hundreds of shares, 5,000 shares are available for sale in the market, and I end up buying some shares which are not remunerative for me. So there are many investment opportunities wherein I can interact with you people about investments. The second thing is, it's my concern. I was in SBI. I worked in State Bank of India for 40 years in many positions. As an HR, as a faculty, everywhere I was there. My concern is why people from coastal Karnataka are not entering banks. What prevents them from appearing? They are appearing for the examinations. I was during my service, I was the examination center head, and I used to observe 50% candidates absent. First of all, why did they apply? Once they apply, why didn't they come for the exam? And they come for those who have come for the exam. They say, sir, ನಾನು 2 ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೆ sir, pass ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. But banking is an area wherein lot of opportunities are there. This is one, what can I say? This is one area where everybody is taken care of. Now a BCom graduate or a BSc, MSc or MBA, BTech, MTech, B Pharma, M Pharma, BSAM, LLB, whatever graduations you say, they are all taken into the organization and they are fixed into a particular jobs. This is a unique organization. Banking is a unique organization and a diversified sector. I have worked from manual to digital. So I know the hardships, I know the pressures, but the thing is ultimately the remunerations. At the end, the remuneration matters. Salaries, perks, facilities. And last week I was telling in one of the institutions, colleges, that except LPG gas, they provide you everything. But why people, why students, they are neglecting this sector? Why they are not interested? See, I have interacted with many probationary officers. For your information, SBI is coming out with 2,000 probationary officer recruitment shortly. Now, most of the probationers are from North India. And I, as a faculty in a training center, I have interacted with many of them, and they say, sir, आगे IAS करना है, यहाँ बहुत अच्छा ट्रेनिंग मिलता है. In State Bank of India, you know, a probationary officer is given 2 years of training. Training means institutional training, practical training for 2 years. They are not posted anywhere. So after completing the training, the candidate will complete his, 2 years period or cooling period, then he will leave the organization. The organization is feeling that heat after spending so much on those trainees. They just leave. Where they go to civil services. Okay, now that is an officer. As a clerk, I am telling you, as a clerk, in clerical cadre, there are only 2 exams. One is preliminary and another is final. There is no interview. If you score best in the finals, you are selected. So when there is no interview, other things won't be there. I hope you understand. Once you get good number in the interview, you are selected. Just you are being selected, one letter will come to you. Clerical job is in government banks. It is 10 to 5. It is 10 to 5 and the salary is also commensurate, the best in the industry. And then the opportunities are there. See, the difference between other industries and banking sector is the promotions. You work, you achieve the target, you are promoted. You may be reading in the newspaper that this gentleman, now who has become a chairman of the bank, was a probationary officer in 1986. Means, first level officer becoming chairman of the organization or managing director of the organization, this is very rare in any other sector. Promotion opportunities or foreign opportunities are available in the banks for any ordinary graduate or postgraduate. So my concern is why the cradle of banking, the coastal area, children are shunning away from the banks. Why? And when we go to the bank, yaru kannada matadavare illa. We talk. But why the colleges or the institutions, educational institutions are not? I'm asking to many of the educational institutions where I have interacted with the principals, why you people are not asking the students to take interest in bank exams? I'm yet to get an answer, but my struggle still continues. Why students in the coastal areas, they shun banking? They are shunning the banking. What is wrong? Okay, in the course of our discussion, I will be deliberating more and more about that, and I will be giving you rosy pictures about the banking sector. Let's hope many of the students in the audience will join the banks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your informative insights. It gives me pleasure to invite Mr. Nitesh Nayak, Zonal Relationship Manager, BOB Cards Limited, Mangalore, to share his thoughts. Over to you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, all our. Sorry. Okay, he's on. Good morning, all VIP guests and all respected principals, sir, and all our lecturers and all students. Madam, are you HR, right? Yes, I understand your speech. Your speech, actually present situation, your speech most important to student, most important to fresher. Why I am telling, beginning only I can say, every day madam also taken so many interviews. I am also as a manager of all Mangalore zone. In my under, around 85 to 90 people are working in my under only. Every day I am taking 1 or 2 interview, executive level. Month on basis I am taking interview 1 or 2 manager role. What I am facing, same what madam told, same only. Communication. What madam said, language is not a barrier. You can speak in Kannada, you can speak in Tudu, you can speak in English, you can speak in Hindi, whatever. But in front of your people should understand your way of approach. What is your thought? It's a most important. ನಾನು face ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ people older unseen marks cards and resume. They are mentioning 80%, 85% in MBA or whatever MSc or MCom. But sitting in front of me, people hesitate to speak. They don't know how to speak. They don't know what to speak. I hope all are final student, right? MBA final years. Please improve that thing before going interview. Please improve, enhance your knowledge. I know you are all finished your MBA. They are all well postgraduates. Everyone taken around 75, 80, 85, 90%, well and good. But what is improvement? That's the most required. Example, if we people going to interview for sales, sir, target idya? First question. First question. If yes, tomorrow no one coming to interview. This I am facing actually. Madam, you told some internship, parents calling to madam, just guide are unable to come in internship. But still I am facing some parents calling me, sir, sorry, my daughter unable to come to duty. Sir, my son unable to come to duty. Why I am telling the story? People don't know how to answer to manager. People don't know how to face them problems. Whatever. How these people face. I'm worried about upcoming years or upcoming months. How they will face their own problem. Whatever other problem. How they are facing own problems. They know everything here. They know how to use. Anyone teach how to prepare reels and all? Anyone teach? No. Everyone know how to make a reels, how to make a selfies, how to make a DP change. Everyone know. No one cannot teach these things because you people learning from himself only. They know how to change DP's color, Facebook background, or Insta reel. Everyone. No one cannot teach. Your Sivanand sir also cannot teach. Your Bharati madam also cannot teach these things. Correct, madam? But you people know themselves only. You think you learn from YouTube, you learn from Insta, you learn from someone. Please learn like this way how to communicate with the people, how to resolve your problem, how to communicate with your manager. Communication, practical communication teach, no one can teach. No one. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಬರಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಾಗಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಲೈವ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಆರ್ ಥಿಯೋರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಯುವರ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಷನ್, whatever opportunity, please accept. Example, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಕೆಲವು MBA ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. They are MBA sales in marketing. But if I give a chance to sales in marketing field, they are not ready to take. Baba, you are studying sales in marketing. What is the purpose of sales in marketing? You want to identify sales marketing job, right? No one ready. Sir, if you giving some background job. These mentality you people are facing. This is practically I am telling. I am not telling any theoretical story. Practically I am telling. This mentality, please leave. Please ignore. Whatever opportunity take, accept, prove yourself. If unable to prove, please put honest effort, 100% effort. If unable to do, please leave. What madam said, please ignore. Such another opportunity. Yakandre, in the world, in the society, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಪಾಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್. ಒಂದಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ವೇಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಫರ್ಟನ್ನು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗದ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜು ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಗೆ. ಎಗೇನ್ ನಾನು ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಬೆಲ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ once finish MBA or whatever graduation, immediate thinking start Bangalore. Immediately, sir, I'm going Bangalore. If they are giving 10K salary, 15K salary, 20K salary, whatever, sir, I'm going Bangalore. Please, this type of mentality, so please ignore. Based on your knowledge, based on your education ಬಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವೇ. ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ನ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ ತೋರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎನಿ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಪಾಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಶೋ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನು ಬೇಕು ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೇ, ಅದನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ತುಂಬ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇವಾಗ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ದೆನ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ more implement in your professional life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We sincerely appreciate your words. Your advice will surely help shape our future paths. To provide us with the valuable insights on insurance industry and its opportunities, I now invite Mr. Vijayan KR, Territory Manager, Nivabupa Health Insurance, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, dignitaries on the dais, and my dear students. Let me make it short and sweet. I represent Niva Bupa Health Insurance Company. So we are a leading health insurance platform in India, and Bupa stands for British United Provident Association. It's a leading healthcare company in UK. And we have different verticals. We have agency vertical, banker vertical, and digital channel. And myself, I represent digital channel. I am taking care of Udupi to Kumta area. And right now I am recruiting around 7 vacancies. That's meant for graduate and with little bit experience. And for this, you can apply as well as you can tell your colleagues to apply for this job. And this job is mainly frontline marketing. Those who love to travel and meet the customers are welcome to apply for this job. First round interview will be taken by myself for this Udupi area. And we do have a couple of other vacancies across South. Across South, we have so many vacancies are there, and especially into marketing. And that I will help you. If you are sharing your resume to me or your placement cell, I will be putting across and help you to recruit all of you, those who are interested. And what I am telling you is you can get in touch with me or you can get in touch with your placement cell. And what I am suggesting you is, if you are joining in any industry, if you are coming to me as in health insurance, be expert in that health insurance, so that you will not be able to replace. Okay, if you are going to some other vertical, motor vertical or any other vertical, be expert in that. Okay, for example, I will tell you one simple example. One of my reportee, he was doing daily 3 lakh business in motor business in my previous assignment. His target was only 10 lakh. And another reportee was doing only 10 lakh business. When I ask this 10 lakh, he is telling that, sir, my target is only 10 lakh, why should I do more? So other guy is doing daily 3 lakh and he is doing once year business and he is getting huge incentives, and he is going to abroad trip. He attended a trip in Vietnam, and he is favorite to all the management guys. So because he became expert in that, he is non-replaceable. Nobody can replace him because he is bringing daily 3 lakh business from the agency. So what I am telling is, if you are joining in any industry, don't think that my supervisor is getting promoted or any other people are getting promoted. You do your best. Get expertise. Always there is a room for improvement. So, and insurance is a risk transfer mechanism, so that you should be more intelligent and you should work very close with your reporting bosses, and you should go and study the things in details. Okay, and I don't talk much, so you can get in touch with your placement cell and you can take my number, get in touch with me. Also refer to your friends, and my present assignment is to develop Udupi area. So if I have to recruit 7 people, and if we click, we can also open up office in Udupi in 1 year span of time. So please cooperate with me. So that's what I am telling, and I thank all of you for having given me this opportunity. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir, for your informative insights. Thank you to all our guests of honor for these enlightening speeches. It is now our privilege to hear from our chief guest, Dr. M.S. Mahabaleshwar Bhatt. Let me take a minute to introduce our chief guest. Dr. M.S. Mahabaleshwar Bhatt is a postgraduate in agricultural science and has a vast experience in the banking sector. He has started his career as a researcher and teacher in University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, and joined Karnataka Bank as an agricultural field officer in 1984. Since then, he has held positions at various places. He has served the credit department of the bank at its head office, Mangalore, headed the agricultural development branches, and was assistant general manager serving the credit and planning and development department, and has also served as regional head of the New Delhi regional office and Mumbai region. He was elevated to the position General Manager in 2011. He served as MD and CEO of the bank from 2017 to 2023. Dr. Bhatt is a certified associate of Indian Institute of Bankers and has a wealth of experience in agricultural and rural credit, retail, MSME, corporate finance and bank assurance, etc. Currently, he is the Director of Tourism Finance Corporation of India Limited, New Delhi. We are honored to have you with us today, sir, and we request you to address the gathering.
Good morning to each one of you. Today is the first day of the auspicious Navratris, which has just commenced. And with this, the season of festivals that has also started. And I consider you all as very lucky because the very first day itself you had an opportunity of listening to so many stalwarts from the industry. So my appreciations and congratulations to each one of you to begin with. You have just heard experts from the field of IT, insurance, banking, and of course overseas also. That has, I am sure that it has provided a lot of inputs and also the insights to each one of you. And I think for the last 1 hour, you might have made up your mind either to join the bank or to join the industry, IT or whatever it may be. And by just looking at the faces of some of you, I feel that ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲೇ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರು ಒಳ್ಳೆದಿತ್ತು, ಜಾಬಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಷ್ಟ ಉಂಟಾ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು. ಬಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾಸಿಬಲ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓಪನ್ ಇಯರ್. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಅವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಓಪನ್. I always used to say, keep your eyes and ears open, so that you will not be unbiased. You will be able to get good things, sometimes even the bad things also noticed, and you should have that discretion of finally deciding which is good and bad. And that is how our approach to the life, our approach to the profession has to be. ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದರು ಒಂದು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇನ್ನು ಶುರುವಾಗೋದು ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್. ನಿಜವಾದ ಆಟ ಶುರುವಾಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಂತರ. ನಾವು ಏನು ಓದಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಆ ಓದೋದನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ, ವೆದರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್. ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಾಗ ದ students who score the best marks, they may not be that successful in the life. But ಹಿಂದಿನ ಬೆಂಚ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಿತಾಪತಿ ತರಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆವಾಗವಾಗ ವಿಷಲ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇರೋರು, they will succeed in the life. Because they know, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅಪ್ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೀಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, they know how to face the life. So reality is different and the theory what we have learned is different. ಅದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಹೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಶೇಪ್ ಅವರ್ ಲೈಫ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಟುಡೇ ಆಲ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನೌ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ MCA, MBA, I have the degree and all, my education is over. No, your education starts now rather. So we should be the students of learning till we breathe our last. The moment we think that we know everything, that is the beginning of the end. Got the point? So an appetite, an hunger to learn is a must as long as we are breathing. So this is the first point. During my tenure as MD and CEO of the bank, I had umpteen opportunity of interviewing candidates, both internal as well as external. For one of the positions, the position was slightly a higher post. I was interviewing along with some of other fellow members in the panel. I asked one question to the candidate. My first question was that, say you have this much of experience, knowledge, and professional courses you have completed, everything, that's fine. It fits into my requirement. Now answer me one thing. As a head of the bank, I will assign you one job. Very difficult job, and I am sure that you are able to do that. But the catch is that this particular job which I am going to assign to you is slightly deviating from the established ethos and practice of my bank. It is not in tune with the policies of the bank. But I know that you will be able to do it. Now my question is, how are you going to do it? How quickly you are going to do it? If I ask this question to each one of you, what would be your answer? Is it so difficult question? Anybody can take this question. How many MBAs are here? Please raise your hand. MBAs? Oh, no, completing second year, not first year. Okay. And MCAs? No. Okay, please. What's your name? Second one. Your good name? Madam Bharati or Hindi iddaralla? Huh? Manjunath. Yeah. If I ask this question, what is your reply? Have you understood my question? You understood? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah. What would be your answer? Is it so difficult? Then none of you are going to get your job. When the experts are either, you can consult, no problem. Who is going to answer? You can take this. I will tell you there is no, it again depends on your perception. A very difficult job, which I am convinced that you are going to definitely, you are capable of doing it, but that particular job is against, so I can make it very much more meaningful. It is against conscious of you. It is not in tune with the policy of the organization, but still I want you to do that. What would be your answer? Your madam? What's your name? Priya. Please. What is your answer? You will say no. Why? But head of the institution is telling, no? Huh? Head of the institution is not supposed to tell like that.
Sir, if it is against the law, against the policy, then why would someone do that? That's what my concern is.
That would be your counter question?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other answers? Manjunath has no answer. Priya has some answer. Anybody else? Please sit down. Please. See, what Priya said is 100% correct. You should listen to your inner voice, conscious. Even if at the head of the institution tells something which is contrary to the established practice and ethos of that particular organization, whatever may be the attraction there, definitely we should deny that. The answer I got from that particular lady whom I was interviewing was that she said that, sir, I know you. You will never tell any such things to do. That's the first part. The second, when I insisted, okay, you just forget, this is being told by Mahabaleshwar, somebody else would tell. What you would say? She said exactly the same thing, what Priya said. No, sir, I will not do it. Because I know what are the ethos and the policies, established practice of this particular organization, I am here to uphold those values. You are not there to downgrade all those things or to dilute that. Each organization has its own core values, its own ethos, and you should be able to integrate those values with your honesty and integrity. You may have an umpteen opportunity of getting multiple degrees, multiple PhDs, but everything has to be built on this strong foundation of integrity and honesty. If these two things are not there, none of our degrees or whatever the accomplishments that we say, it is a big zero. So these things you should first understand. Whenever we are offering ourselves as eligible candidates, the first and foremost thing that we need to understand is that I am going to uphold the values of the organization which I am going to serve. It may be just as an initial probationary officer or even the manager or area manager or the regional head, whoever it may be. So never ever forget that. So in this process, you have to develop the organization first approach and the attitude. Then only there will be integration of the organization with you. Some of us will say, no, I have too much work pressure. I may not get even 10 minutes to get the new things learned. It is not like that. It is not balancing the work and the balancing the life. Forget that. It is the integration of the work and the life. Life is for work. Work is for life. Life is for job. Job is for life. If that type of integration is there, then you will not feel that I am overburdened, I am suffering. This compartmentalization, that doesn't work. Multi-skilling is the necessity nowadays. And as an youngster, you will be able to do that. I joined the bank about 40 years back, 1984, as a probationary officer like you. Straight, raw hand from the university. Then I rose. I never went after the promotions. I must confess that promotions followed me because I followed the work. Whatever my bosses told, I not only confined myself to doing that, but doing something extra. This is called as delighting, not just satisfying. I was not just interested in satisfying my bosses. I was focusing on delighting my bosses. That is where I was able to learn more and more things. And that has put me on the right track, right path. Bank first attitude, organization first attitude, company first attitude. Do we have that? The first and foremost question you have to ask the moment you join any organization is that whether I am keeping the priority, my organization as the first priority. If the answer is yes, you are the right person. Definitely they are going to hire you. If not, you are the first person to be fired. These are very simple life lessons as well as professional lessons. Understand all these things, and when you are developing the company first attitude, naturally the next process of development in you should be think big and aim high. Never aim or settle for lower things. Always have that broad vision. Compare yourselves with the best of the best people in your team, with the best of the best performer in your organization. Then only you will be able to think big and aim high. If you are comparing yourselves with a person who is underperforming, what are you going to do? You will also end up as an underperformer or a non-performer. That is not the purpose why they want you. So these are small things which you have to observe and adopt in your life. The ability to adapt, that is the most important things. Nothing can substitute that. And with this, I am sure that there are a lot of efforts being put by our faculty members and our directors and all. I am almost convinced that you have a perfect mindset which the industry needs. And definitely you can be molded by them also. So I have a request to each one of you. You have said and shared so many things. Definitely when you recruit our students, you will appreciate that they have come up to your expectation, no doubt about it. But still, we are all in the learning stage. There could be certain gaps. So whenever you find that that type of gaps are there, please tell it to us, that is to our director. We will be able to incorporate that and look into that and also plug that gap in the days to come. And so that next year when you come here, you will be able to get more and more eligible and qualified people. This is how I think both of us could end up in a sort of win-win situation. Our faculty members and also all other people will also be in touch with you. And so that the local talents would be identified, nurtured, and the local people will lead the global initiatives in the days to come. So wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Your inspiring words will resonate with each one of us as we embark on our professional journeys. We are grateful to Honorable Treasurer CAT Prashant Holla for being with us today. Sir, we invite you to address the gathering.
Seeking the blessings of His Holiness, Sri Sri Shaprati Swamiji, dignities on the dais, of the dais. For the last 1 hour or so, you people have learned how to face the interview, join the employment and money, where to invest in mutual funds, shares. Now you have come to me to file your income tax return. As all of our dignitaries have told, communication skill is very important. I have seen many chartered accountants who are rank holders. They couldn't do well in the employment industry and they have come back to the basics. And those who are not good in marks, they did very well in the employment field. Some 2-3 years back, I think he is the first rank holder in the CA final examination. He joined Big Four for employment and he couldn't continue there for even for a month because of the stress and the work that is involved there. He has passed the exam by simply studying and got the mark and got the first rank. But the skill that is required to face the real world was not there in him. Regarding this MBA and CA, now we are all MBAs. CAs, there is a myth that CAs know many things but they don't know how to express. But MBAs, they do express the things that they are knowing. This is what you have to do. You have to improve your communication skills. And those who are in MCA stream, try to add more and more certificate courses. We have got a lot of certificate courses, both national and international. There is one ISACA, International System Audit Organization, based at New York. I have done that. You can also do that. It is a very good global opportunity certificate course. CISA is there, ICMA is there, so many things are there. So member of that organization itself is really a great opportunity which will bring great opportunity to those members. And One more thing what our Dr. Mahabaleshwar sir has told, integrity and honesty, that is to be there. Ethics you have to follow, then only you will come up. Otherwise, if you don't follow ethics and integrity, you will flourish for 2-3 years. Afterwards, you will find the downfall. So with these words, whatever that efforts that our director, Dr. Sriraman Aital has put in, will bear its fruits in the years to come. And I hope all of you will do well in your life. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Now it is time for the presidential remarks. I request our director, Dr. P.S. Aital, to kindly address the gathering.
What is the time? Yes, this is exactly afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest of today's inaugural session of our 15 days program of supporting our outgoing students for their placement, as well as motivating them to start their own business. Professor Dr. Mahabaleshwar Bhatt, who is a experienced CEO of a Udupi Dakshina Kannada born organization, that is Karnataka Bank. And currently he is the director of a central tourism finance development organization. And he has motivated all of you to consider the second dimension of three-dimensional executive education, which I will discuss little later. We have other stars who represents various companies of various industries, including our own professor who represents Japan, and which is actually not only Japan, for all the world, all the countries of the world. So he represents all the countries of the world, and he has opened your eyes that you have opportunities globally. So you need not focus on local employment or starting a local business, but you can focus on global employment and global business. So we heard all our successful executives, and this is the session where you have listened all the speeches without any tension, because you have completed your exams, and today you are 100% free. The final year outgoing students are 100% free. They need not recall whatever you studied during your 22 years of education. So you are fully free. And anyway, now artificial intelligence supported GPTs will help you to recall your knowledge, skills and experience. But coming to future challenges or about your career, in the last program, that is Shiksha Samavartana, you heard that day is your commencement day of your career. So till Shiksha Samavartana day, you were students, you were scholars, but from Shiksha Samavartana day, you became responsible citizen of the country, and that is the day where you have to worry about your career, that is starting of your career. And today, through this inaugural session, you could identify some of the requirements to build your career. So based on special directions by our experienced executives, headed by Dr. Mahabaleshwar Bhatt, you have redefined your future strategies. Though in higher education, the focus is three-dimensional. We follow 3D model at Poorna Prajna Institute of Management. The first dimension is improving your competency and confidence. So competency and confidence direction through imparting knowledge, skills, experience, attitude. We try to improve your competency and confidence. This is one direction in the three-dimensional model of overall personality development. The second dimension, along second direction, is what you heard today from Dr. Mahabaleshwara Bhatt's speech, that is values. So second dimension is values, which will enhance your maturity. So the first dimension will enhance your competency and confidence. The second dimension will enhance your maturity through inculcating values in life. So this values has 5 subjects. One is ethics, second one is morality, third one is tradition of your country as well as your society. The fourth one is culture of your country and society. And the fifth one is character. And the last one is discipline, as our Japan professor said. So all this comes under values in life. So the second dimension of our education model. And the third dimension is very important nowadays in 21st century. That is technology and technology-based innovativeness. Technology-based innovativeness. So if you can become master in 3 dimensions, then you will become successful in your life and you can get a very good job or you can start your own business. The objective of our MBA or MCA education is not presenting you to corporate world by inviting them to interview you. So our objective is you should start your own business. But to start your own business, you should get some experience. So this experience is again gives you further confidence to start your own business and to become successful in your business. For this, see, we are imagining a new model of placement. So within 2 years, we have to realize this new model. What is this new model? As I was discussing with our CEO, Mr. Praveen Kalbavi, that instead of inviting companies for placement interviews, our students should get invitations from corporate world. So this is called reverse placement model. So you must have heard about reverse engineering, reverse logistics, etc. So now we are thinking about reverse placement model, where we have to develop our students through our own innovative autonomy-based curriculum in such a way that students should develop industry analysis and publish them in the first semester, company analysis and publish them in second semester, CEO analysis and publish them in third semester, and develop their own innovative business plan, unique business plan, and apply for patent for such plan, so that they should get invitation from corporate companies before they get graduated. That is the objective of this new model, and I am sure that within 2 years we will be able to achieve it for 100% students. Not 1 or 2 students, all students, 120 MBAs and 120 MCAs. Within few years, 2 years, we are planning to and expand our opportunities to 120 MCA, so that our 240 executives should get a direct invitation from the companies of which they do focus, study and publish about such companies challenges, opportunities, and strategies. So this is the dream of Poorna Prajna Institute of Management. So our plan is reverse placement, a new model for our students. And I am sure that based on hard work and smart work and following technology support, our students will achieve this. They will publish 6 or 7 papers when they complete their 2 years master's degree, so that they will be eligible to get invitation from the corporate world. Now coming to your abilities or the areas you focus, today our experts have stressed that you have to improve your communication ability. Along with that, Madam told 5 areas where you have to look into. You should have adaptability. That is, the companies should be able to mold you according to their requirement. That's why they prefer the freshers than experienced people. So freshers will get more opportunities in future days because of their speciality of moldability as well as technology ability. They can adopt new technologies and perform better, and they can be winner. So that's why the freshers will have better opportunities in future days, provided you are innovative. So as I said, you have enough competency and confidence to face the challenges. You have required values in your life to answer our chief guest question of adopting ethics in your life, tradition in your life, character in your life, and the culture of that location in your life. Then if you can adopt the technology and show innovativeness in technology, you can be role models and you can be forefront in all the 3 areas, 3 dimensions of our executive education model. That is competitiveness and confidence based, value based, and innovative technology based. So with this, this is only the beginning. Inaugural session is only the beginning. We have invited few more people from the corporate sector, CEOs, but because of today's auspicious day, the first day of Navaratri, they will promise that they will come during next 15 days. So we have enough time. 15 days is a big time where our outgoing students should get multiple job opportunities, and they should also redefine their goal to become consultants. So as Mr. Bhatt said, you can be consultant for investment. You can be consultant for share market investment. By starting your own website, you can be a global consultant, which is the first step of starting your business. So like this, even though you join some companies, your company is going to be your company. So you have to dedicate 24 hours for your company. But still there is one more hour, 25th hour, for a person who want to achieve something different. So that 25th hour you can work for your own company along with working for your company which has given you the job opportunity, so that you can be a multitasker, working for a own company plus working for the company where you are representing. So with this, these 15 days are very important for you, because you are not having any pressure of examinations. You should decide which industry is suitable for you based on your own SWOT analysis, and you should find out the opportunities. As I said, along with your job searching work, you should also plan to publish a company analysis and CO analysis which has not been completed for all the students. You should also publish your project report in the form of a book, so that if you do these 3 things, then our dream can be realized in your year itself. That is, you can get invitation from the corporate world for executive positions. So thank you everyone. I thank all our executives representing different companies of different industries, and this is the beginning. Note that this is Aramba, and Antya is winning. Winning is your Antya. So our Japanese professor told that next 30 years is his time, by assuming that 100 years is the lifespan of human beings. But we have predicted that if you live till 2050, you will live forever. If you live till 2050, you will live forever. But now it is modified based on accelerated technology growth in the world. That is, if you live till 2040, you will live forever. And I think within 3 or 4 years, we may redefine this slogan that if you live till 2030, you will live forever. So that our Japanese professor will live forever, and he will guide us, and he will take every youngsters to global opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presidential remark. We are grateful for your valuable thoughts and guidance. As a token of our appreciation, we would now like to present mementos to all our esteemed guests. I request our director to present the mementos to the dignitaries. Thank you, sir. As we draw this wonderful event to a close, I would like to invite Professor Venugopal Rao to deliver the vote of thanks and express our gratitude to everyone who made Poorna Udyoga PAKSHIKA-2024 a success. PAKSHIKA.
Everyone gathered here, by seeking the blessings of Lord Sri Krishna, Mukhya Prana, and the Yatitrayas, Sri Sri Vibhudeshatirtha Swamiji, Sri Sri Vishapriyatirtha Swamiji, and Sri Sri Ishapriyatirtha Swamiji, whose vision, mission, and dream respectively has been the driving force of each of us in this campus to do better every day. I deem it my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. At the outset, I pay my humble pranamas to His Holiness Sri Ishapriyatirtha Swamiji, President of Sri Udupi Adamaramata Education Council, and the Chairman of Governing Council of PIM in his absence, whose blessings and guidance has made this event successful. I also express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. G.S. Chandrasekhar, Honorary Secretary of PIM, for his constant support for all productive activities happening in this campus in his absence. I acknowledge the presence of Sri C.A. T. Prashant Holla sir, Honorary Secretary of PIM, for his guidance and presence during the program. Thank you, sir. Today, we have been blessed with the presence of Dr. M.S. Mahabaleshwara Bhatt, Director, TFCIL New Delhi, and also former MD and CEO of Karnataka Bank, for kindly accepting our invitation to be chief guest of today's function. On behalf of entire Poorna Prajna family and everyone gathered here, I thank him wholeheartedly. Thank you, sir. Today, we are fortunate to have Mr. Praveen Kumar Kalbhavi, CEO, Novigo Solutions, Mangalore, who gave deeper insight about various opportunities in the IT industry. On behalf of PAM, I thank him for the presence and guidance. We are blessed to have Professor Harikrishna Bhatt, Director, International Collaborations, Nitte deemed to be university, with us. Being a true nationalist, he is serving the country by connecting India and Japan industries and academic institutions in his own way. Sir, your presence has made this event more valued. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I thank you from Ms. Lakshmi Shetty, Manager, Talent Acquisition, Robosoft Technologies, Udupi, who was also my former colleague, has assured of her presence and all possible support to the institution in the days to come. Ma'am, I sincerely appreciate your concern about our institution and thank you for being with us today. Mr. Babu V. Bhatt, Investor Awareness Program Trainer, has enlightened our students in his area of expertise. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I thank him profoundly for making it possible to be with us. Thank you, sir. Mr. Nitesh Nayak, Zonal Relationship Manager, BOB Cards Limited, Mangalore, has made it possible to be with us in this program. On behalf of the Institute and on the behalf of organizing committee, I wholeheartedly thank him for joining us in this program. Thank you, sir. Mr. Vijayan K.R., Territory Manager, Niva Bhupa Health Insurance, has also joined us and enlightened about the various opportunities and also has assured about some offerings to our students. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I thank him also. Thank you, sir. This event is the brainchild of our beloved director, whose thoughts, words, and action all are focused on development of the students of PIM and thereby the progress of the institution. On behalf of the organizing committee and on my personal behalf, I thank him for his untiring efforts right from planning of this event to successful completion. Sir, your efforts will never go unappreciated ever. Thank you, sir. I acknowledge the efforts of Team Poorna, led by Professor Shivanandam Bhandarkar, who is ably supported by Professor Venkatesh Shetty, and all members of Poorna, the placement cell of PIM, for planning and smooth execution of this event. Thank you, Team Poorna. I appreciate the presence and participation of the heads of various departments of sister institutions and also the faculty members of MCA and MBA department and my dear students whose presence has made this event a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Finally, to conclude this event, I request Srinidhi and team to lead us in National Anthem. Kindly rise for the National Anthem.
जनगणमनाधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
With this, we have reached the end of today's program. I would like to thank all our dignitaries, guests and participants for being a part of Poorna Udyoga PAKSHIKA 2024. We hope that today's event has been both insightful and inspiring. Wishing you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Amritantu Vidya, transforming the youth to modern managers and building ideal business practices to beat ever-changing business environment. Welcome to Poorna Prajna Institute of Management, where knowledge is endurable.
ನನ್ನ ಗುರುಗಳು ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಪೂರ್ಣಪ್ರಜ್ಞರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಉಳ್ಳವರು ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಮಧ್ವರು, ಭೀಮಸೇನನೇ ಮಧ್ವರು, ಹನುಮಂತನೇ ಭೀಮಸೇನ. ಹೀಗೆ ಅವರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಈಡೇರಲಿ. ಓದಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಸಿಗಲಿ. ಆ ಉದ್ಯೋಗದಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹವೂ ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿ, ದೇವರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಾಗಲಿ, ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸತಕ್ಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹತ್ತು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಾತಾವರಣ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಆಶಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ.
Poorna Prajna Institute of Management is one of the prestigious institute of this region, managed by professional management team. We are getting very good students. We have very good faculty, those who have high experience in the field of corporate sector as well as teaching, and we train our students to the greater extent. Our students are well placed in different esteemed companies, and recently our institute rewarded A+ NAC grade from the UGC, and our institute in fact well reputed throughout Karnataka, and even we have a very good name in India also.
The plethora of facilities at the institute are very helpful in shaping the personality. High-tech multimedia-enabled classrooms along with a state-of-art library helps to create a dynamic learning environment for the young managers. The world-class infrastructure at PIM makes the learning experience complete and enduring.
Value-based education at PIM differentiates the students with the rest of the world, where we are made to learn ethical business practices along with the professional knowledge.
The time I spent at PIM is an amazing journey, where the institute has shaped my overall persona. There is a knowledge along with excellent lab tool and exposure for me to understand the holistic view of the society. As a student, we are exposed to different societies, especially the rural communities, which is a lifetime experience.
At PIM, students are taught additional skills which are very effective in helping us secure strong placement opportunities in the corporate. Leadership competencies are embedded in the system right from the day one to help the young managers face the turbulences and challenges in the business.
It's not only my academic knowledge that has flourished, but also made me a person with vivid likes and orientation towards sports and culture. At PIM, you can always kindle the fire that takes you to the next level, where you can always stand apart.